I sat 2 blocks from midnight to watch you swing from plastic trees. You always found meaning in motion the same way I found movement in mohawks, but you let your hair grow long, in dreadlocks, releasing lavender-scented worms of muffled pain behind empty beer cans and happies. You held your breath so I wouldn't smell your lies. I listened to these broken afternoons of children wanting one more minute, while watching parents argue about stuff I didn't understand, and I never understood you. You never noticed me. You never noticed anyone. You had more important things to do, bigger things to worry about, like whether oceans are half full or just empty. Wonder why people find comfort in shooting stars and not bullets, and maybe it's because they're so far away and so are you, but you always had such good aim with that smile. And I always thought you were lying like that, but you answered questions like that, told me stories like that. You never were lying like that, were you? I told you stories that didn't make sense because I wanted you to know why I always forgot to breathe. This is my jail cell, I'd say. This is where we met. These broken afternoons, these rundown houses of half-open calluses to prove we made it. To places people thought to be untouchable. They didn't understand it was you who grew untouchable. With every fleeting grasp of interlaced wounds, you wore your heart on your sleeve and it showed. And I tried to hold the pieces together as long as I could, but time is a poison and you drank each drop like I wasn't enough for you. But I make mistakes for a living. I ask questions for a living. Each one's worth however long the information can stick to your head. There's a woman who has the memory of an elephant. I only remember her stained smile confessing that she finds herself in debt. Maybe elephants are in debt too. Or maybe we'll find fingerprints of thirsty females who can't be forgotten either. Do you remember that night? This place got so drunk it threw up all over itself. At least so I'm told. I don't really remember that night. There's a house that ate mushrooms and watched TV until the walls were bleeding. I felt like everything had feelings that felt the way I did, and I fell for the floor. I never got made fun of. Not even when I cried, and I cry every time I get here, and I'm not sure how I got here, but I remember I lost you on the 12th. And I knew because your hair was more important than the moonrise. I knew because I didn't write you down, and I always wrote you down. I wanted you creased so deep in my past and hoped that you would last longer. Even my bus driver knew it wouldn't last. But he just kind of keep to himself. So now, by the time you're done confessing your love to me, I will have found 14 different ways to write lonely on the left side of my left thigh. If you really want to know why I won't let you in, just search for the band-aids I keep under my skin. And if I ever forget to breathe, remind me these seasons are only temporary, and so are plastic trees.